test. Welcome to Saturday morning at the Temple of Clarity. With us today we have a special guest by the name of Bhante Sujatha. Bhante is the chief monk of loving kindness here in the United States. He started the Blue Lotus Temple in Woodstock, Illinois back in 2001, 2002, and now has ancillary temples around the country, about 5 or 6 of them now, and we're looking to set up something here on the West Coast. Bhante has been a monk since age 11, 12 in training in Sri Lanka and has shared wisdom with many of us here in the States since then. Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you. Hi. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Excuse me. Still doing it? No. I thought the wire was. I think I got it.
Hello. Good. Okay, good morning, everybody. First, we are going to meditate. After that, I am going to share some wisdom. So, therefore, please find a comfortable posture. Keep your back straight. Gently close your eyes. Take few deep, long breaths and relax your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Observe all of the different parts of your body individually and see if they are relaxed, free of tension or strain. Anywhere you find tension or strain, concentrate your mind on that area and allow it to release and relax. Experience relaxation and peace. Feel harmony with your body. Feel close to yourself. Now send your loving thoughts towards yourself, thinking May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Understand the meaning of each word clearly and deeply, then repeat it to yourself. If you know how to love yourself, it is much easier for you to love others. In this moment, understand power of self-love, self-caring. Now send your loving thoughts towards your family. May all of my family members be well, be happy, be peaceful. Think of them individually by names. Parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful. Sometimes we have difficult family members. They were rude to you. They were mean to you. In this moment, try to change your attitude, change your perspective, how you are thinking of them. We all are imperfect human beings. Therefore, learn how to forgive them. Forgiveness is completely letting go without reservations. Now send your loving thoughts towards whole world. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Different people, different parts of the world, different countries. Right now there are so many people are in misery. Some people are dying in wars. Appreciating what you have, protected, good life, comfortable. Send your loving thoughts towards whole world. May all living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Now slowly turn your attention to your breath. Every breath you take in, you take out is taken mindfully. If you are distracted by a thought or a feeling or a sensation, bring your attention back to the breath or present moment. Mind wanders. That is the nature of the mind. Let it wander. Be a silent observer, observing what is coming and what is going. No reactions. Sometimes meditation seems to be difficult because our concentration is not well developed. It takes time. Therefore, be patient. Keep doing with good intention. Where's your mind? Please bring it back to the breath. Now think to yourself, these many things that arise in my mind do not belong to me. When I think that they are mine, to do as I wish, to cling to or to push away or to ignore, I generate enormous suffering in my life and in the lives of others. May I continue to develop great regard, respect and kindness towards many contents of my mind and my body. Now bring your palms together close to your heart. Make a wish for yourself or send your blessings to somebody else who need blessings, healings. May peace be with you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Choose loving kindness. Thank you very much. Please open your eyes. Okay, I hope you had a good meditation today. I'm going to tell you a story. It's happened during the Buddha's time. Actually, this story Buddha was telling monks and disciples. One day he addressed monks and said, once upon a time there was an acrobat. And now Buddha is telling this story to the monks. And also acrobat students. There are so many students under this master doing their training. So one day this acrobat received an invitation from the city to do a special performance for the crowd in the city. Then he accepted. Then he was thinking, before he go to this performance, I need some help. Who is going to help me? Then he was thinking, there is a young lady, she is very smart, maybe I want to check with her. Then this master and asked her, could you like to help me? So then she said, yes master, I'm very excited, I love to help you, let's do it together. Then what happened, this student and master, they both went to city center. Now they are kind of getting ready for the show. In that moment, this great master, he was thinking, whatever I am going to do and my performance are very dangerous. That time maybe they didn't have lots of safety equipment like modern day. Then this master wants to make sure everybody is safe and secured. Then he was thinking, before I do this performance, I want to check with this young lady and explain to her what I'm going to do. Then master talked to this young lady and said, dear student, you know what I'm going to do today? Then she said, I don't have any idea what you are going to do. So then master said, you can see there is a long, tall bamboo pole. You know, bamboo pole, like a tree. So what I am going to do, I am going to balance this bamboo pole top of my left shoulder. Now you have to imagine yourself. I am going to balance this bamboo pole left of my left shoulder. Your job is jump onto my right. Now climb all the way up on this bamboo pole, and you have to stand up top of it. Then standing top of it, all the tricks I was teaching you before, you have to show it to people. That's the show. You know, those are the circus they are going to do. So then master said, when we are going to do together this performance, my responsibility, my job, I am going to taking care of you. Your job, you are going to taking care of me. If both work together like that, then we can do a better performance, and then people will enjoy it. Then master asks, do you like my proposal? What we are going to do? It's a kind of agreement, verbal agreement. So now I use the modern word. When somebody bring you an agreement, you are reading it first. If you are reading it, if you cannot understand it, sometimes people are hiring a lawyer to understand what is this agreement all about, otherwise we are in trouble. So this young lady, she was thinking, okay, this is something I can do. Then she said to the master, Master, I want to think about it before I say yes. Then she walked away a little bit and she was thinking and returned to the master and said, Master, I don't like your agreement. What you said, I don't like it at all. So is it possible for me to change this agreement? Then, always yes, master said you can do that. So then she made some changes and she said, this is my agreement. If you like it, let's do it. So I can do it. When we are doing together this performance, you are going to taking care of yourself. I am going to taking care of myself. If you agree with that, let's do it. What master said, I am going to taking care of you. You are going to taking care of me. Let's do it. Now student said, no, I am going to taking care of myself. You are going to taking care of yourself. Let's do it. Now there are two options. And then telling this story, Buddha asked from the monks, and which one you are going to pick? What master said or what student said? Which one is applicable to you? What master said? Okay. How anybody?
He's the master.
Right, he's a master. Anybody? Yeah, what a student said. Okay. Sounds like both sounds good, right? So when we are listening to master, explanation, agreement, sounds so loving, kind of so good, so kind of, that's how we feel. Then Buddha said, he was recommending what student said, right? What student said. The master said, what master said, you are going to taking care of me, I am going to taking care of you. Then student said, I am going to taking care of myself, you are going to taking care of yourself. So Now think about when we are doing this performance, these two people, what are the qualities they have to have? It is very dangerous. Any time they lose their lives. Trust. What else? Confidence. Anything? Focus. Balance. Yeah, big one, right? Balance. Mindfulness. Acceptance. Letting go. All the qualities we need in our life to take care of ourselves, we need all those qualities to do that performance. Now just imagine this young lady standing top of that bamboo pole. She's look around and there's a good looking young man walking by. She's focusing on that. What will happen? They both are in danger. Same thing with master. If master does the same thing, then he's trouble and she also in trouble. So that means, according to this wisdom, they have to responsible for their own actions, whatever they do. So whatever action they are responsible, it is affecting to other people around you. Therefore, sharing this story, what Buddha was suggesting, how important taking care of ourselves, our lives, our physical body, our mind, taking care of ourselves is very important. Now, I use June as example. I was watching last few days. June's sister living with June. She's doing good, but little bit physically, she's going through a little difficult time. So now I was thinking, if you want to help her, what we have to do first? So you have to stay strong and healthy, otherwise you cannot help her. So when I was taking care of my father, I know it is physically and emotionally it is challenging. Every day, emotionally it is challenging, physically it is challenging. So good thing about my practice, I was thinking how wonderful I have my practice. Therefore, most important things to help my father, first protecting myself. Otherwise, what will happen is affecting to both of us. So therefore, what I am asking you today, my favorite quote is, world is too big for me to focus, but my inner world is a perfect size. There are lots of issues right now. Now think about the war in Ukraine and Russia, for example. Lots of people are dying. People are killing each other. So lots of things are happening. As a one human being, what can I do? What you can do? I'm always thinking it is really emotional, challenging and difficult emotionally, physically for all of us. What we are going to do? So in that part is too big for me to go and focus. So therefore only thing we can do, we can send good thoughts and prayers to those people. That's the only thing we can do right now. And so I know some people right now watching television, how much they are hurting to themselves. So hurting to you, do you think it is helpful to the world? No, then you become a part of that negativity. So when the problem see in the world, what we have to do, we have to separate ourselves from that situation. Then we have to ask ourselves, what can I do to help them first? If you can do something, do it. If you cannot, you have to separate yourself. Please manage your own feeling and own thoughts. That's why I'm always telling people, the world is too big. But when I come to my inner world, it's a perfect size. So if I change myself, maybe I cannot go and help all the people in Ukraine. But when I'm taking care of myself, maybe I can come to a temple of clarity today and help 2 people. That is the power, instead of worrying about the whole world. Now think about the Buddha passed away almost 3,000 years ago. 3,000 years ago. Now think about more than 3,000 years ago, for good, he changed his life for his own well-being. That's what he did first. He saw there's a problem in the world. Then he didn't, as a king, as a prince, as a royal, he has some options. Maybe he can, fight. Like today, he can go to the war, and that's another option. He can change the world. Then he realized that doesn't work. Then what he did, he left the palace and he figured it out himself. Then he became a Buddha. Then what he did? Then he returned to the palace. He helped his wife, child, parents, all the royal family. He helped so many people. Now think about 3,000 years later. I am sitting here right now because of his own Buddha's mind. If Buddha didn't change his mind 3,000 years ago, I would not exist here. You are not with me today. So for good, he changed his mind, he changed his life. Now 3,000 years later, after his death, right now in this present moment, how many thousands of people in the world practicing and taking care of themselves because of the Prince Siddhartha's mind? How powerful, right? Just one mind he changed, then thousands of people changed because of that. Then other, recent one I can use. Now think about like a 75 years ago, maybe 80 years ago, I don't know exactly how many years, what Hitler did. Right? He did something to his mind. Then what happened? Millions of people lost their lives because of that mental attitude. So now think about, because of his mentality, even today, right now, how many people are in pain and suffering? I had the student, he was 106 years old. He used to come to the temple. I don't know you, that time you were in the temple. His name is Joe. He's passed away 106. So he used to come to the temple, even 106, he came to the temple. And so when he's getting really weak, I used to go to his house to sit down and practice meditation, because he loves meditation. So one day when I go to his house to meditate with him, what I saw, he was putting his head down, he's so depressed. The moment he sees me, he's looking at me, he was happy to see me, but same time he was so sad. Then I asked him, Joe, how are you doing? Then he said, I hate that man, I hate that man. That's how he answered to me, I hate that man. Then I asked the wife, which man he's talking about? Oh, Bante, don't worry about it. I asked, no, I want to know. No, he's talking about Hitler. Why? He was in the East, somewhere in the Europe, came when he was young, he escaped because of the World War II, and he lost all his family members. All his family members, Hitler killed. So now, every night he dreaming about his family members. He can see the pain, he hear the voices. People are crying. Still it's happening to him. Even over 100 years old, this man. Now think about, he also carrying that pain, his age 106 years old. Because of one man, for bad he did something wrong to the world, how many times is affecting to the world. And also other story I experienced at the temple. There was a young man, now he's 25, he used to come to the temple when he was 16, come to the temple to meditate with me. Then he's so into meditation, so happy. So then usually I don't give material gifts to people, very rarely. because I'm thinking I'm giving the best gift I can give to the world. So anyway, to encourage this young man, I was thinking I am going to give him a gift. I know he loves Buddha. Now you can see I have all tiny little Buddha statues. I thought I'm going to give one Buddha statue. Somebody gave it to me from the eastern countries. I cannot remember. Then I thought I have many. I'm going to give this Buddha statue to this young man. Then I said, hey Ben, I want to give this one to you. This is the gift for you. Then he was looking at the Buddha. Then he kind of got shocked and he doesn't like it. He almost threw at me. I don't want this. I don't want it. I don't like this. I asked, why? You don't like the Buddha? Then he said, no, I love Buddha. I have many, but I don't like this Buddha. I asked this boy, why you don't like this Buddha? Then he said, look what he has on his chest. Then I was looking at, then he said, this is swastika on his chest. Swastika is on his chest. I said, nothing wrong with that. That's what I said. No, then right away he said, that's a killer symbol. That's a killer symbol. That's what Hitler used. I don't know. I said, swasti means Sanskrit word, swasti. It's a Sanskrit word. It means peace be upon you. That's swasti mean. My horoscope in Sri Lanka, when they have new birth, they are writing a horoscope. My mother did the horoscope for me. So it's like a palm leaves. When you open like this, the first sentence I see on my horoscope, swasti siddham. That means peace be upon you. That's how they are starting to read. Then I said, swasti means peace. Then he doesn't like it. Then he said, I don't like this Buddha. He has a killer symbol on his chest. So why we, in Sanskrit, in the Eastern culture, why put the swastika? That's a peace symbol for us. Then what always we do, we Google. Now, the modern day, we Google it. So then I saw that's true. He has a swastika. Then I figure it out, it is wrong. It is going opposite direction. So little off and also going opposite direction. Then we figuring out, so look like the same, but is going opposite direction. So now think about looking at that symbol that man used many years ago. Even this 16, 17 years old young man doesn't have any idea what happened World War II. He is carrying that pain because that news he received. Now think about one human mind can do so many things to affecting the world. Therefore, don't think your actions are not, your action always affecting to the world peace. Does it make sense? So now think about like my life. I born into a small family, 10,000 miles away, far away in Sri Lanka. And born and raised in Sri Lanka, now living here in this country, last many years. Being a monk, doing my job as a monk, how many thousands of people I change? Actually, I didn't change. I changed myself. I just being myself, so many people change. Because of my practice, now think about we built a couple of temples. And each temple, how many hundreds of people each temple come annually and practice meditation and find peace. Therefore, I think most important thing in our life, in our spiritual practice, taking care of ourselves. Therefore, don't take all the problems in the world into your life. And, people love to talk about the world matters. Instead of find peace in our own mind, they love to create more problems. So now we all are watching news. I know when we are watching news, we feel sad. Or we feel mad. Sad or mad. Both doesn't help. When you are sad, then always we have to think, what can I do to help the world? So now every time when I see news about the war in Ukraine, what I am thinking, I cannot go and stop that war. How am I going to do that? Instead of worrying about it, I get up and get dressed and go and help one person in the world. So that means I don't have any guilt. I was sitting and worrying about it. So therefore, every day, instead of focusing on outside world, focus on inside, then automatically you are taking care of yourself and taking care of the world. So therefore, long time ago, actually 15 or 16 years ago, I changed whole temple practice. In the beginning, first 3 years, I didn't have that many people, maybe 15 people come into the temple. So then every day I was teaching them breathing meditation, how to focus on the breath, then little discussion, then people go. One day I was checking and focusing on my inner feeling. I felt they are doing something wrong or something not right. I don't know what it is, but as a group, they know people are loud and laughing and joking, doing wonderful, look happy. But I felt something wrong. I don't know what it is. I want to figure it out. I was watching and observing. Still, I couldn't figure it out. Then what I did, I said to people, I am going to give each person personal time with me. So that means I am not talking. You come to me and sit down, tell me about yourself. Now, these 15 people, they got 15 minutes and they were telling me their stories and their childhood experiences. When I listened to them, that as a happy group, now individually, sitting with me, and they are unhappy. They are sad. They are mad, negative stories, crying, emotional. Why they are so comfortable to talk privately with me? So after listening to these 15 people, what I figured, no matter who we all are carrying self-hatred and anger. We all have wounded minds. Our minds are wounded. But even our minds are wounded, in world setup like this, we know how to hide it. Because in front of people, we don't put our problems. Sometimes we do, but most of the time we keep inside. Then I was thinking, as a group of meditation practitioners, they are loud, happy, peaceful and joyful, making jokes, but individually, they are unhappy and problems. Then I was thinking, before I go to deeper meditation practice, I have to help these people to find healing. So therefore, when I was a young monk, what I learned from my teachers and masters, how to heal my mind, the best practice we can do, practice loving kindness meditation. It's very simple practice. I know it is difficult, but it's simple. So then I said to people, hey people, today I am going to change the meditation technique. Then everybody was so excited. Why? I never seen this much excited nation in my whole world. Every little things or new things coming, everybody is excited here in this country. So I am telling people, don't get too excited. You don't know what is coming. And too much excitement creating so much pain and disappointment in our lives. So anyway, they were excited. I said, today I'm going to guide you loving kindness meditation. I did like way I did today. So well, happy and peaceful to self and the world. Then after meditation, I asked people, how do you like it? Then they said, okay. They are not excited anymore. Now they experience. They said it's take time, difficult, challenging, but we can try. There was a lady. She always come to the temple to meditate. She loves me. And every morning is a small family like. And so every morning she brings me Saturday morning Starbucks. The coffee. She come, her coffee and bring me coffee too. So then always I have the basement, I have my Starbucks coffee and drinking her coffee and talking to people. Then that day also she gave me Starbucks coffee. Then I asked her after meditation, how do you like about loving kindness meditation? Then she was looking at me, look angry, and she said, I hate loving kindness meditation. That's what she said, middle of all the people. I hate loving kindness meditation. I said, what? Why you hate loving kindness meditation? What you said, it doesn't make any sense. I said, explain to me. I can practice loving kindness for other people. I'm always do. But I cannot practice for myself. If I do it, it is so selfish. If I practice loving kindness. Then I said, if you don't know how to love yourself, how you are going to love other people? Then she said, I can do it. Now she's mad and arguing with me. Then I said, explain to me. I come to this church 17 years. So, what I am doing, I am helping homeless people. We had that time, we had the homeless shelter at the that building, church building. So then she is the one coordinating homeless people. I am always taking care of them, helping them, giving them food. So I am practicing loving kindness for the world, but I am not selfish. I felt something wrong, but she is not honest. Now my intention, I want to help her. Then what I ask her, let me ask this. Now I am asking you to, now you want to give me a gift. Now think about, you are giving me a gift. After you give me a gift, what is your expectation? Thank you. Now it's a simple thanks, right? If I don't say thank you, how do you feel? I ask her. How do you feel? Hurt. Not appreciated, right? No thanks. And so therefore, then after I ask her, how do you feel? This is what she said. She said, if you don't know how to say thank you to me, you are a terrible Buddhist monk. I said, thank you. I can handle that, no problem. It's okay. Then I asked her, given this gift, are you practicing loving kindness for me? Then she said, yes, that's why I spend my money. I said, no, I'm very sorry. You didn't practice loving kindness for me. I said, I know it will hurt, but that's another way I'm teaching to people. I have to say it straight. I said, according to your gift, you are the most selfish person in the world. I know after I say that, it will hurt, but I'm okay with that. I said, according to your gift, what I see, you are the most selfish person in the world. After you give me a gift, my job, my responsibility, my spiritual practice to say thank you. If I don't say thank you to you, I have to address it personally, my weakness and my difficulties. If you have expectation to receive thank you from me, that's your problem. That means you didn't give the gift yet. Physically, I am holding it, but emotionally you are clinging to it. Still, you didn't let it go. When I say, you are the most selfish person, she didn't like it. She felt so hurt. Then she get up and yelled at me, grabbed her purse and left and stormed out. Then people were looking at me, Bhante, what you did? I said, calm down everybody, let me to handle it. Then they left. So before that, finishing the story, when I was in Australia, I was sitting outside. Somebody walking by me throw me $20. Just throw me $20 like that. Now think about, you are outside waiting in the shopping mall or something like that. Somebody throw you $10. How do you feel? You feel embarrassed, definitely. Or you are looking at your clothes. Maybe, I'm homeless or look like homeless. So maybe definitely you feel embarrassed. But I felt so happy. Why I got $20? Why I'm a monk. I live by donation. So therefore I'm so used to it all my life. Then I thought, I receive a gift. What I had to do now, I had to say thank you. I try to thank you, turn my head to say thank you to that person. I saw one young man walking from the distance. He didn't wait for thank you. He just saw a monk. His intention to give something, he just dropped in front of me and he just walked away. Then I was thinking that's the best gift I ever received. Why no expectations? So I told people that story also. People understand, but everybody feel bad the way she left. Then I said, okay. Then she went and left, and in the evening I got a long email. That's what happened usually, right? Something happened during the day, people send the email or text message. And she was so mad with me. You insulted me in front of the people, and you are not the loving kindness monk, and you are so mean and rude. Then I sent a very nice email to her. I totally understand. I'm very sorry if I hurt your feeling. That's not my intention. So something wrong with you. You are not honest to yourself. Without self-love, no loving kindness to the world. Zero. Then she sent me another mean email. No, I don't like it. Then I sent another kind email to her. No, this is the way you should do. Then keep sending me negative. Keep sending me positive. Now after 3-4 emails, I realize she never get this. Now she's pushing my buttons. Right? Practicing loving kindness does not mean practicing foolishness. Then I have my limits. Then I send a nice email. This is my last email. I don't read your emails anymore. I don't respond to your email anymore. If you want to respond, you can do it, but I'm not going to read them. Why? Nobody receiving any wisdom. So now she keeps sending. I'm keep deleting. Couple of months left. And I got the last email from her. Subject line says, be kind, please read. Then I thought I'm going to read it. I'm reading this email. I got some tears while I'm reading it. That's what I call, we all have wounded minds. Now she is telling me, Bhante, today is my 40th birthday. When I was a teenager, when I was 10 years old, I used to live in Los Angeles with my mother. My mother is a drug addict and alcoholic. Emotionally, physically, she's a single woman, abused me. So that's how I raised. Now, when I was a teenager, we moved to Illinois, living here neighborhood now. And so right after I turned into 18 or 19, I escaped from the home. I left my mother. Why? I'm so mad with her. 19 to 40, I didn't see my mother. Why? I was separated from her. But I have an idea where she is living, but we are not calling to each other, no connection. So when you are talking about self-love, I realize I get it. I understand it, but I don't want to accept it. Why? If I become a good person, I cannot hate my mom. First, I want to hate my mom. Later, I become a good person and do all the good things. First, I want to do my job. Now she was justifying her and what she was believing. Then finally, she realized her 40th birthday, last 30 years, I was carrying this self-hatred and anger towards myself and my mother. Therefore, this is too much. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to surrender. That's the word she used. Right after I let go and surrender, I felt so much love towards myself and so much love towards my mother. The best thing she wrote that email, if my mother knows better, she never do this. This makes sense? If my mother knows better, she never do this. So then what happened? So after that, she was thinking, now I want to think about it. Then I made my own gift. Give me an example. Then it's very interesting what she did. Then I sent a nice email to her. You got it, my friend. I'm so happy for you. Continue your practice. And then I totally forget about it. One day I'm getting ready for morning meditation, Saturday morning. That time we are in upstairs and handicap access door open in the back door. And I saw one elderly woman using a walker, shaking hand, try to walk into the meditation hall. I just go and hold the door. And then I was looking outside. I saw somebody coming from the ramp. So then I recognized that person. That's the daughter. Go and found the mother, reunited, took mother to meditation practice. Then mother practiced with me a couple of years. She learned how to chant with me, and I call her grandma. She's so sweet. She called me 3 times per day to make sure my meals, how much she loves me. Then one day she came to me and said, Bhante, I know I don't have that many years to live. One day I'm going to die. I said, sure, one day we all die anyway. So the day I am dying, I want you to be there to chant and do blessing for me. I said, sure, I will do it for you. Perfectly work. She was in the nursing home. I went there, now I'm chanting. During my chanting, I opened my eyes and looking at her, she cannot respond at all. But I saw all the tears going down. That means she can hear. But she cannot talk, she can hear. That's why she is crying. The moment I was finishing and fading away my chanting, what happened? She left the world. That's how she died. So I already told that story to our monks. I said, the day I am dying, if you are present, please remind me that story. So now think about, for good, she changed her mind. Now think about that. Because of that, she changed her mind, daughter changed her mind, they are in peace. Somewhere she is now living in peace, somewhere in her existence, and everybody is doing well. Therefore, what I am asking you today, please take care of yourself. Now modern world, we say, before we take off in the airplane, put your oxygen mask first before you assist other person. That's what Buddha said 2600 years ago. Now they are using that technique in the airplane. No credit to the Buddha anyway. So now you are accepting that. Oxygen mask is taking care of yourself, before you taking care of your baby. How wonderful that teaching. I'm guarantee if you are continue this practice every single day like this and taking care of yourself, definitely you are the one bringing peace to the world. Otherwise, all those distractions happening in the world, you become a part of it. I think that's what most of the time people are doing. They are watching news, engaging with all the negativities in the world. They become a part of it. Then you are contributing to that fire. So I made the decision in my life, I don't want to contribute any negativities because of my existence, because of my life to the world. Therefore, what I am doing now, you can see what you are doing. We all are doing, adding more love to the world instead of bringing negativities to the world. That is the power of self-love. So, any thoughts, any questions about self-love? And other thing I can see, when somebody is angry, what will happen? Now think about somebody is so angry. Do you feel so connected to that person in that moment? No, right? You want to run away from that person. We don't want to be around. How many people came to me and said, Bhante, I used to live with this angry man, this angry woman, so many years, I'm done, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I don't want to live anymore, I want to divorce. And people come to me and talk all those things. So that means when somebody is angry, it is not a pleasant experience. So what is happening when somebody gets angry? Poisoning your blood. You are poisoning your blood. That poison blood going all over your bloodstream and giving you lots of physical pain and challenges to your physical body. Then when you are angry, what will happen to your face? So ugly. That's the word. So ugly. If somebody is, the angry, do you say, you look so beautiful? We say, you look like a demon. I don't like the demon, right? We want to run away. When somebody is so peaceful, people want to get close to that person. Now think about Dennis. For example, right? He is happy, peaceful, good, happy, peaceful person. So we like him. Exactly like that. When somebody have a good heart, we feel connected to that person. Otherwise, people don't come here into this place to practice meditation with him. So that means we are taking care of ourselves, we are taking care of other people. I think University of Wisconsin, if I remember right, they did the research about self-compassion meditation. What they did, put a wires to a Buddhist monk head and asked him to practice self-compassion meditation. What they found, when somebody practicing self-compassion meditation, boosting their immune system, opposite of anger. So when somebody is practicing loving kindness meditation, Buddha gave, there are 11 benefits. I'm not going to tell all those things right now. 11 benefits. Number 1, sleep good. When you are angry, you can sleep really peacefully? No. When you are practicing loving kindness, you sleep good. If you sleep good, what is the next benefit? You wake up good. Then during the sleep, then you don't see any bad, negative, crazy dreams. Why? Your mind is peaceful. Then the next one is your place becomes so serene. Why? Because of loving kindness practice. Then that loving kindness practice person always smiling. What will happen? 300 facial muscles are stimulating. Always, then you cannot separate yourself and the loving kindness as a two things. You become a one. So then that loving kindness cannot teach. You cannot teach it. You are there with that quality. So then your smile become a loving kindness. Your face become a loving kindness. When you are looking at somebody, it is loving kindness. Your touch become a loving kindness. Everything become a loving kindness. All your actions in your physical body become a loving kindness. How powerful that? So, now I am asking you to practice this. Any thoughts, any questions? Abba?
From your book that I was reading, I got a little nugget of just being enough self-respect for yourself.
Mhm.
Because that's been a problem of mine sometimes. You give, and then somebody's just, and not that you're expecting anything, but they're dumping on you or whatever, and you say there's, I forget how you put it, that you gave them exact boundaries, very clear boundaries.
Right.
And that really hit home for me.
Yeah, exactly, because I cannot fix the whole world. I cannot. I have to, I call the garbage. Either world problems are the garbage. We don't like garbage. How we are, this is my analogy, how we are handling with the garbage. Number 1, we put into the bin. Number 2, some situation garbage, we cannot put into the bin, we cannot touch it. We can walk around it. Or another situation, maybe we have to hide it. Put some leaves or soil or something to hide it. If you cannot do all those things, we can run away from it. Right? So, or we can jump into the garbage bin. That's option also available. After you jump into the garbage bin, what will happen? You become a garbage. So therefore, what people are doing most of the time, they jump into the garbage bin, then they are complaining, I smell bad. So, same time, don't hate garbage. Why? Garbage turn into compost. So that means you can recycle, you can use garbage. So that's what I'm thinking. So if I cannot all those jobs taking care of the garbage, I just leave it. Maybe one day, when time is ready, I can reuse it. Then I just leave it. That's how we have to handle with the world matters. Otherwise, it's really hurting to ourselves. It can be our family problems, our brothers and sisters, our children, same thing. Same thing, sometimes people are thinking, Bhante Sujata is a Buddhist monk, he doesn't have any problems, he doesn't have family matters. I do. I have family. All the problems being a monk, they are, putting to me. They are looking for answers because I am the family, core. So everything coming to me, finally. So that means certain situation, it doesn't matter. I know they are most close people in my life, but still I have to let it go. I do it. So one day I talked to my close family members. I said, doesn't matter for me, you are very close or not, or biological or not. If I want to let you to go, I'm ready to let you to go. Because if I cannot change or help or support, you have to find your own journey. Because I'm in my own journey. But it doesn't mean I'm angry or mad. I care about you, I love you. That's the only thing I can do right now. Otherwise, we all are sinking the same place. So the better to, go out and taking care of myself. Later, I go and serve the world. And also there was another wonderful monk in Sri Lanka. He also passed away over 100. He's very popular kind of celebrity. During our civil war in Sri Lanka, in the television station interviewed this monk. Then, the host asked, the TV personnel asked, you are a powerful monk. You can stop this war. Why you don't do it? Then he chuckled and laughed and he said, so now think about, we are sitting here, there's a big mountain in front of us. Then while we are talking and discussing, you see there's a big boulder rolling down, a huge one rolling down. Then you are telling, hey monk, you are a powerful human being, please go and stop that big boulder. You can do it, I cannot, you can do it. Then the TV person asked, do you do that? Then that monk chuckled and he said, no way, I'm not going to do it. I'm telling, if you want to run with me, let's do it. Run. We both have to run. If you don't run, I will run. If you want to kill there, it's fine. But I said, let's run. That's what I'm going to do. But after that big boulder rolled down, I saved myself. Later I will come back to check, is there any survivors, if I can help. So I know what is my limits and boundaries. Sometimes it's painful. What we can do? That's a part of the life and existence. We have to accept it. Or another option, we have to suffer. There are options for us always. Anything? I hope everybody learned something today. Yeah.
What's the Buddhist definition of love?
Okay.
What is the Buddhist definition? What is the Buddhist definition of love?
Thank you so much. It's a great question. Okay? This is what Buddha said. Love is another word for attachment. That's what Buddha said. Love is another word for attachment. Loving kindness, no. Love is another word for attachment. I try to translate in the Pali. Love is another word for attachment. Detachment is the true love. Can you get it? Detachment is the true love. So when you are attached to something, we say the love, I love you. So 2 weeks later, the same person come to you and said, I hate you. That's true love? No, that's an emotional love. Emotional love doesn't work. All the love we are talking about every day in this present world now, that's not true love. That is emotional love. That's why, if you truly love somebody, maybe later it doesn't work with that person. So you can walk away, no problem. But don't take the anger. So if you truly love somebody, how you are going to hate that person again? Maybe think about 10 years ago you said, I truly love you. Now another 10 years later, no, my God, I hate that person. Do you think that's true love? No. So that's why I said, if you don't like that person, you can talk and discuss, you can separate. But if you hate that person, what is that love all about? That's the emotional love. Emotional love is so weak. Emotional love is so weak. But when you meditate with that emotional love, that experience, it's become a quality. Then it's become loving kindness, loving acceptance, loving letting go. Always in the Buddhist teaching we use the double words, not just word love. Loving kindness, loving acceptance, loving letting go. Therefore, detachment is true love. So when you are detaching from the people or the things or the other situation, it doesn't mean we are walking away from them. No, we are there.
So it's acceptance then.
Yeah, acceptance. We do all our jobs and responsibilities. Now think about, you have children. You can detach. But still you can take them to school, you can feed them, you can go to work. But one day, no matter what, whether we like or not, we have to separate. We die or separate, or some situation doesn't work and separate, things will happen all the time. But love always exists. If love place to place, person to person is changing, that's not true love. I have some people in my life, I kept the distance. Even some of my family members. When I see them, I talk, I eat and do everything. But nothing for me to do with them. But my love is always there. But when they asked about it, I said, I love you guys, but nothing for me to do with you in my life. Because your journey is different, my journey is different. If you need help, please let me know. I am always there. It's very difficult, right? Sometimes to make that decision. So now this is how I am thinking about my mother too now. We are very close to each other. But we made the agreement, one day we both lose each other. So now we love. Now one day she dies, I'm okay. One day I die, she will be okay too, I think. If not, that's not my problem. That's how I am, sometimes it's maybe regular world think is a heartless mind. No, it is the wisdomful mind. That is the true compassion, true love. Yeah. Letting go is love. Otherwise, when we are I can give a whole another talk about it. When we are loving somebody, a lot of tension is there. Lots of expectations is there when we love somebody. Now think about it. You all have those experiences. When you are in a relationship with somebody, when you love, lots of things around it. Not only not only love. Lot of expectation. Then what will happen? Disappointments. It's hard, right? But so after you put into the perspective, still you can be with a person, still you can love a person, but understand the truth. And each other talk about it. This is the way it is. Then always they have their freedom, they have their space. We are working together. That's the best thing. I know it is hard, but it is doable. Because why I say it is doable, it's getting better in my life. That's why otherwise I don't say it. I know it is hard, but getting better with that. Sometime, after my father passed away, before my father passed away, all other monks at the temple, their father or mother passed away before my parents. Right? So they go through that. So I have seen it. Every time when I seen how they are going through that, I was preparing my mind, oh, it is coming. So then last, my father passed away. Then everybody had that experience. Then everybody is around me, try to, I'm here, I cannot go to Sri Lanka. Everybody is so worried about how I feel about it. Then after all the funeral is over and everything is done, they were talking and joking with me. Oh my God, we cannot believe this. You didn't feel, your father passed? Oh my God. I said, yes, I feel it. But I cannot control it. Maybe I had a couple of tears, once in a while I had. And when I have those memories, but it doesn't hurt me that much. Even now I have to go to memorial service in the middle of this month. for my mother. I don't want to go. It is not important to me. Why I am going now? Because of my mother. Otherwise, he had a good life. He did his karma. I did my karma. And he is gone. I don't know where he is now. So it makes sense. Therefore, when you really taking care of yourself and understand the word love, then that's a fun part. Then after that you can enjoy your life. Otherwise people have lots of worries and tension. So when we love, we have a lot of tension. Why? With that clingingness. I know, very difficult to let go. But I'm always telling people, what are the options we have? If you cannot let go, what are the options? No options. No options. Acceptance is the only options we have. So otherwise Buddha will give us so many options for us. Okay, do this, do that, He couldn't do it. He also died.
So is love created, or is it always there?
It is always there. It's like a seed. It is always there. But it is an emotional level. Our emotions can develop to negative side or positive side. If you keep in emotional level, always distracting. Sometimes people don't like emotions. How to handle our disturbing emotions. That's another talk usually I'm giving. How to handle our disturbing emotion. In that talk, I'm always telling people, emotions are so wonderful. Nothing wrong with those emotions. But when you recognize those emotions with our mindfulness practice, we can develop them to the higher level. Now loving kindness becomes loving compassion. Loving acceptance. Then we can enjoy it after that. Otherwise we are worrying. Thank you so much for asking that question. Without asking question, I don't say those things. Love is another word for attachment. That's a good thing to remember. So it doesn't mean we are going to separate. No. So the day I opened the temple to public, like 10 years ago, I said, only talk had in that whole ceremony my talk, because people say no need to hear any stories. You have a lot of stories to tell about this journey. I gave a talk like 45 minutes, right? They said take your time. So then end of my talk, I said mission is completed. I am ready to leave. That's how I finished my talk. Mission is completed. I am ready to leave. Leave. Right. I am ready to leave. And so everybody was kind of shocked what I said. Then they were thinking my bag is packed. I am ready to leave the temple. Then they said, what's wrong with you? Actually whole audience stopped and whole ceremony stopped like 5-10 minutes because people were start to emotional and crying. Now after doing all the hard work, I am ready to leave. I said, no, you guys didn't understand what I said. I am ready to let go means I am responsible, but I am not attached to this. I can live without this. If I lose the Blue Lotus temple or the temple, I am fine. I am not attached to it. That's why I said emotional attachment I let go, but my responsibilities are there. Right? You can detach from your emotions for your children, but your responsibility you can do. I talk to my monks. One day if all the 3 monks ready to leave, all leave, no problem. The day you are leaving, if you want to leave with the Buddha, take him too. I will be fine. Why? It is not affecting anymore. If I want, I can suffer, but I'm fine. Then I said, I built this temple to not progress only because of people around. No. As long as we do our practice, temple exists. If we lose our practice, we lose the temple too. Therefore, it's important to me, not hundreds of thousands of people, but even 5 people are practicing, temple will continue. Not the whole people. That's how I understand. Those things I understand actually after pandemic. Yeah, pandemic gave me lots of, wisdom. Okay, I hope everybody learned something beautiful. Thank you so much. Dennis, thank you so much for your loving kindness. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, everybody, people who are online, thank you so much for your participation. I'm so grateful wherever you are. I think right now you became a part of my life, part of my journey. What I'm asking, Dennis is going to type my website, www.bantesujata.org. So if you want to send me emails or your personal questions, you can send it to me through my website. Then within 2 to 3 days, I will respond because I get so many emails every day from the whole world. And so therefore I love to help and support. And also, if you go to my website and there's a drop down button, it's called the Shopping with Bante. It's so funny. All the Choose Loving Kindness items and my books are available on the website. All the proceeds go to the mothers and the babies in Sri Lanka. I'm doing this project last 22 years. I'm going to do it 23rd years this year. I donated 22 incubators and ultrasound scan for the mothers. And also I'm teaching pregnant women, 300 pregnant women in my home temple in Sri Lanka, how to practice loving kindness with the belly and the baby, because I'm believing changing one generation, changing the world. If you want to support for that project, always you can contact me through website or you can purchase things and support to my charity. So thank you so much, everybody. And also you can find me, my YouTube channel. You can listen to all the talks and recorded in my channel, and also all the social media. Sometimes I am not handling all my social media. Different people are handling from the different parts of the world. But once in a while I get into them and I check them too. I want to see what is happening there. So that's what I do. Thank you so much, everybody. Yes, I am doing couple of other talks. One I have today in La Jolla, right? La Jolla, and tomorrow I have one in San Diego, and couple of other places. If you want to know the schedule, I can send it to you. You can email me. Okay, thank you so much.